Alakazam has the second highest special stat of any Pokemon in Generation 1, only behind Mewtwo. Machamp, on the other hand, has the second highest attack stat behind only Dragonite. But what if we gave these two Pokemon the completely wrong set of moves? How terrible would they be if we ran an Alakazam with only physical attacking moves and a Machamp with only special moves? Well, today we're gonna find out. Now, we attempted this type of comparison once before, with the special moves only Rhydon versus the physical moves only Chansey, but that one turned out to be quite a mismatch. Number one, because Chansey didn't have any good moves to hit ghosts, and number two, because Rhydon's type coverage and much higher special stat compared to Chansey's attack just meant that it could do a lot more damage and get through opponents much more easily. But today we're going to make this a much more level playing field. The Machamp will be held back by the fact that it doesn't get a lot of special moves. In fact, the only way to make a full special moveset for this Pokemon is to use Gen 2 TMs in order to give it the elemental punches, and then you can add Fire Blast, the only special move that it can learn via TM in Gen 1. And while it has a fairly middling 65 base special attack, it's going to be held back by the fact that it only has 55 base speed, meaning it won't be getting a lot of critical hits and it won't be able to outspeed some of its biggest threats as it goes through the game. Alakazam, on the other hand, is a clear upgrade over the Chansey that we used in the last race. While 50 base attack isn't amazing by any means, it's far more serviceable than the 5 base attack that we had in the last one. Plus, Alakazam has a really high speed stat, and speed determines critical hits in Gen 1. On top of that, we have a move that can actually hit ghosts for super effective damage because all of the Gen 1 ghosts are also poison types. So Dig is a perfect move for this moveset. We can also add in the moves Body Slam and Hyper Beam for damage, and maybe Submission could be good against some normal types, maybe against some ice types. We'll just see how it goes. So we have our starting moveset, and we're getting our starting Pokemon. So starting out in Professor Oak's lab, we get our starting Pokemon, and they already have the full moveset that I mentioned in the intro. Now, typically you could just feint here and then trade these Pokemon to a different cartridge in order to get the moves. I'm just doing it right here for the sake of simplicity. But I'm going to go ahead and give them names, and I'm going to name my Machamp Savage, in honor of Macho Man Randy Savage, my personal favorite wrestler of all time. And on the other side, I'm going to name this Alakazam Prison Break, because I can imagine it digging with spoons, trying to escape any way it possibly can from the terrible trainer that gave it these moves. Now, this run is being done in Pokemon Red and Blue, which means we have to choose which rival to go up against when we use the Ultimate Pokemon Randomizer. In the case of Machamp, I decided to go up against the Venusaur team. I did this so that the champion would not have an Exeggutor at the end of the game, because Exeggutor will only use Hypnosis over and over again against a Machamp, and that level of luck at the end of the game could skew our results. So Machamp goes into the Rival 1 fight with Ice Punch, and I just easily 2-hit the Bulbasaur. But now it's time to move on to our Alakazam. Alakazam is up against Charmander, which of course we can use a super effective Dig normally to knock it out. In the first battle I only have Body Slam, but it's still a 3-hit KO. The reason I decided to go up against the Charmander line in this one, for Alakazam specifically, was because then we will have to deal with both the Exeggutor, which will use Hypnosis in this case, it will just use Stomp and Barrage, but there's also the fact that the champion will then have a Charizard at the end of the game, and Charizard has access to Slash, which could easily one-shot an Alakazam. We've only got 45 base defense and 55 base HP after all. Now we can see at this point that Machamp is just slightly ahead. It's probably just due to inputs and bumping into walls, things like that. There's not really any difference in the early game. But even here in this early section, we're starting to see a couple of small advantages starting to form, particularly in the case of Machamp's moveset. It gets access to super effective moves against most types of opponents, meaning that it can easily get through the Bug Catcher at the end of Radiant Forest with just a couple hits, while Alakazam is still taking a little bit of time to get through. And it means it's going to get to the Brock fight first, so let's see how that Ice Punch goes. Here we've got the Geodude. Oh, we freeze it. He has to use a full heal, and then he just, yeah, good job, Brock. He's just like, oh, you know, I'll full heal, and then I'll defense curl. Oh, and now we froze his Onix 2-hit KO. Yes, he uses full heals, so the freeze doesn't actually make any difference there, but it's just kind of hilarious. It makes this a guaranteed win. So yeah. So here we're gonna dig first. Now he defense curls, which is bad. But we are doing decent damage here. Okay, we level up. We outspeed the Onix here. Okay. Okay, he's just using Screech over and over again, but he knocks us out. Okay. Here, I'm just gonna keep the XP from this. Let's just see here. Here, let's dig. Dig. We can get crits, remember. Like, we have a very high critical hit chance. We take no damage from Geodude this time. And if we just start critting here, I think we're fine. Oh, he one-shots us because we got the crit while he was using Bide. So here... Oops. Dig. But yeah, we want crits here. Okay, we get through. Okay, and we have in fact won. Okay, so we get to level 13 there, no problem. Lost a little bit of time. We're definitely behind Machamp, who just came in here in minimum battles. So in spite of the fact that both our Alakazam and our Machamp had super effective moves against Brock, the difference between physical and special moves in this fight is pretty huge. Brock's Pokemon have really high physical defense, which means even with a super effective dig or submission, it takes multiple hits to knock them out. Whereas with a move like Ice Punch, adding in the status and the ability to do super effective damage against their much lower special stats, it was as simple as a 2-hit or maybe a 3-hit range to knock both of his Pokemon out. So Machamp has opened up a pretty reasonable lead in this section of the game, and it's also helped by the fact that it can take out most of these opponents in 1 or 2 hits, and it doesn't have to dig underground in order to do so. There's not really anything notable in Pokemon Red and Blue in the Mount Moon section, so we're going to move straight on to Rival 2, where Machamp is going to test out its greater move coverage to see if it can maintain this lead. Here, Rival 2. So here, first things first, I'm going to Ice Punch here. We're getting Sand attacked, but that is a 2-hit KO. Here, I think we just Thunder Punch here. Thunder Punch is kind of the least useful move in this fight. So that's why, in a lot of spots, Thunder Punch, I found myself just using it in the last run as just kind of a like, oh, I don't have anything better sort of situation. Neutral effectiveness and whatnot. Here, I think we Fire Blast. Oh, it's not quite a one-hitter, but Fire Punch does end it. There we go. Super Saiyajin Derp cannot stand up to the power. So in the live commentary, I mentioned the last run. You see, I did a test run with Special Moves Only Machamp in Pokemon Yellow to see how it would go in that version. And of course, I ran into a wall at Koga kind of as I expected, because he's basically a second Psychic type gym leader in that version. Here in Pokemon Red and Blue, we shouldn't run into that much trouble, but the most interesting takeaway was that I was able to go on minimum battles with this moveset all the way until I reached Koga's gym. It was only after that that I had to start adding optional battles. So Machamp's probably going to do pretty well for quite a while, and in the meantime, let's catch up with Alakazam, who is also going to take on Rival 2. This actually works out though. Here, Body Slam, Hyper Beam does finish the job, okay. Here we can just Body Slam, nice. I'm gonna go Dig here since it's a stronger move, but we get knocked out, yeah. So this is not an easy fight by any means for us. We always have to remember that one Hyper Beam is
slightly weaker than 2 body slams. This might be the range. There it is. Yes. Here we can just body slam there. Here, let's go submission now that we have better HP. And on the Charmander, obviously, we're just going dig. Easy win. Easy win. Cool.
So with Rival 2 going down, there really hasn't been much more of a difference between these two Pokemon. They're still pretty close together, but Machamp's got a slight lead, and I'm just going to keep them on the same routing. I think the best strategy is just to get all the experience north on the way to Bill's house, then come back down and try to fight Misty in her gym. That being said, I think Machamp will still have an easier time in this section given that it has access to Thunder Punch, which should make the Misty fight pretty darn easy. But let's see if it actually turns out that way. Come on. Here's Thunder Punch. And we paralyze it, so it's a 2-hit KO there. Thunder Punch here. We get the critical hit. Bubble Beam doesn't do enough, and we easily destroy Misty. That was a cakewalk. So Machamp makes very short work of Misty, and it's almost all the way down to the SSN before Alakazam catches up. So can Alakazam get this on the first attempt? First, I'm going Body Slam to try to get Paralysis. Once I've got the Paralysis, I think we just Hyper Beam there and win. But here, let's Body Slam. Nice. Fully paralyzed. Let's give her another couple of Body Slams here. Oops, I didn't mean to go submission there. But we do win. Okay, so that was not too bad, honestly. So fortunately, Alakazam did beat Misty on the first attempt, which keeps this from being a breakaway at this point, but Machamp did just beat one optional trainer on the SSN to get an extra rare candy that could be important later. For now, it's going to take on Rival 3, and this is the first showdown against an enemy Kadabra. Let's see if this goes well, or maybe Alakazam gets a chance to catch up. Well burned. Okay, first off, on his big pigeon, we're just gonna Ice Punch it to death. We're going to Fire Blast on the Raticate. Easy win there. We're going to Ice Punch here. He goes Teleport. Oh, and there we get the freeze finally. Okay, so we knock that one out, and then Ice Punch. He growls, and we win. Oh, that was stupid. Even burned, we just completely destroyed Rival 3. So it turns out that Machamp is kind of a savage in this one, completely destroying Rival 3. It can move on to Lieutenant Surge just as Alakazam is coming into town. Let's catch up on Alakazam's Rival 3 fight and then go check out Lieutenant Surge. Alright, so here I think we start off with a Body Slam. We have no PP and Hyper Beam. Okay. Raticate, I will try submission, but I knock myself out in the process. I think what I want to do is I want to use my Ether into Hyper Beam so that I have that extra power. Right, because then I think this is just a Body Slam Hyper Beam spot. Yes. Submission now, one-shots there, cool. Hyper Beam, one-shots there, and then we dig on the Charmeleon, and then we easily win. We don't get to learn Psybeam, no. Rip. Ripperino. No Psybeam for this one. So while that fight was happening, Machamp lost just a little bit of time trying to catch field move Pokemon, and that's the reason why it's just coming into Lieutenant Surge's gym. It is going to reach this fight first though, and if it doesn't struggle, it should just keep its lead going into the next section. So let's get into this fight here. So Lieutenant Surge time, I'm going to Fire Blast on this one. And then, oops, didn't mean to use Thunder Punch. Oh, rip. That was bad. Let's Fire Blast on this Pikachu. Cool. We level up. Thunder Shock. He X speeds. Aw, man, come on. We get beaten on the first attempt by good old Surgy boy.
Here, let's go Ice Punch first. Oh, we get the freeze. Now I can just do this Thunder Punch thing to knock this one out. Cool. Ice Punch here. We get paralyzed, but I think this is fine. Here, I mean, we're kind of in the same boat. Any Thunderbolts to knock me out with a crit. Oh, we're having so much trouble here on Lieutenant Surge. No! The fact that he has 3 Pokemon kind of makes this harder. Okay, we knocked that one out after a couple of, whatchamacalls. Okay, he misses a Thunder Wave. That was very impressive. Here, Ice Punch, kind of doing its thing. Fire Blast finishes it. There we go. Lieutenant Surge. I dig. One shot. Cool. He X-speeds. Digs. Still a one shot. Dig. One hit KO. There we go. We completely destroy Lieutenant Surge. Unlike Machamp, who had a couple resets there, we might have just caught up a little bit. Not sure. As we return to the side-by-side view, we can actually see that Alakazam has taken the lead here, and it's all thanks to Dig. I know a lot of people don't like Dig because it takes 2 turns rather than 1 turn, like something like Earthquake, but it is a pretty darn good move in a normal solo run, and it is usually available in this section of the game. And if an Alakazam is going to be good enough to knock out all of Lieutenant Surge's Pokemon with that move, basically any Pokemon that gets it is going to be pretty good right here in this section. But Alakazam's not going to keep its lead for very long, because Dig does cause it to waste a lot of time, and it doesn't really have anything better to use against a lot of the Pokemon in the next Rock Tunnel section. Now, none of the battles are really all that notable. I mean, the Rock Tunnel Hiker is just a matter of either Ice Punching with the Machamp, or using Dig to cheese the fact that if he self-destructs while we're underground, he can't actually damage us. So with that being done, both of our challengers can move on to Lavender, but Machamp's there first, and it's going to try rival number 4 just to see if this is even possible at this point. Let's just see how rival 4 goes. Here. So Ice Punch here makes too much sense. He has Sand Attacked me twice. I do not think we win this fight at this point. Thunder Punch here does not even one-shot the Gyarados. Growlithe comes out. I think we just stay with Ice Punch here, but like look at this. Just miss over and over again. And now I don't see any way we beat Kadabra. No. That's not happening, guys. Remember how I said before that Machamp did minimum battles all the way up to Koga in Pokemon Yellow? Well, there was a big reason for that. The rival in that version doesn't have a Kadabra on his team until you get to Rival 5. This is one reason why Pokemon Red and Blue is actually a lot harder in the early game for Pokemon that are fighting or poison type. So while Machamp makes its way over the Celadon City, let's check out how Alakazam does in the exact same battle. Just immediately, just as soon as we get here. So Body Slam, see if Hyper Beam has the range or not. It does, cool. Hyper Beam misses here on the Execute. Oh, and it's clearly a 2-hitter with Hyper Beam. Okay, so we do take down his Eggy Boy though. We can't learn Recover. Gyarados, Body Slam clearly. We survived. We don't have any Hyper Beams left though, okay. Let's try this again. I'm just very interested to see how this actually works out here. Body Slam into Hyper Beam. Okay. Here, let's Body Slam. Why was I doing so little with Hyper Beam? Oh yeah. Okay. So it's a 3-hitter with Body Slam. So here, Body Slam, Body Slam. He gets paralyzed. We survive. Okay. Let's go Hyper Beam there. Okay. And he still has Charmeleon, so we dig. He uses Rage, and we win. Oh, that was stupid. So it is possible to beat Rival 4 there, which that fight was like an absolute wall for Machamp. So Alakazam succeeds where Machamp failed, but fortunately Machamp can just go fight Erica at this point,
With Fire Blast, I think this is going to be pretty easy, but let's find out. Okay, so here she is in all her glory. I'm going Ice Punch here. Oh, Razor Leaf. We got wrecked there. Oh, the Victory Bell with the Razor Leaf. Kind of a savage here. Okay, let's see how much damage we do with Fire Blast here. If we can even move. Oh god. Okay, we get poisoned, which is just terrible. We freeze this one though. Okay. And now, yeah, we're getting wrecked because, yeah. Okay, I think we need some freezes here if we're gonna get through Erica. Oh god. Oh god. Guys, I think we have found the point where Pokemon Red and Blue is actually harder than Pokemon Yellow. So at this point, with both Erica and Rival 4 being a wall, of course I could just go fight the Rocket Game Corner, but I don't think I'm going to get enough levels there. So I decided at this point to go ahead and start grinding extra battles with Machamp. And it's kind of interesting that in Pokemon Yellow, the Rival 4 battle has only unevolved Pokemon, and Erica's team is only mid-stage evolutions even though they've had their levels buffed. And that means that Machamp doesn't struggle as much in that version with being outsped. In Pokemon Red and Blue, on the other hand, it seems like these teams are much faster, and they pack a much bigger punch, meaning that Machamp is just gonna be knocked out. So while a lot of people like to generalize that Pokemon Yellow is harder than Pokemon Red and Blue, it really does depend on your typing and where you are in the game. So guys like Gym Leader Matt, who have been saying this for a very long time, are absolutely correct. And given that Sabrina is going to have Smart AI in this version, and she leads off with a Kadabra, this is going to be a much tougher run to get through for the Machamp than it was in Pokemon Yellow. That being said, I think we can still get it done without too much level grinding, so I'm just going to take the extra battles that are available right here. In the meantime, Alakazam is just crushing it through the middle game, and it's about to make its way to Giovanni. Let's see how that fight goes. So first things first, Dig is not going to be a one-hitter, it is a two-hitter here. Dig here. K is a two-hit KO on that one. Submission. And we get Comet punched down. So submission doesn't do enough damage against that Kangaskhan. And we also can't... Okay, there we got the miss from Comet Punch, so that worked out. But yeah, we can't paralyze it with Body Slam either because it's normal type. So yeah, we just have to kind of take that. So our prison-breaking Alakazam barely scraped by Giovanni, but at the same time Machamp was getting to the Giovanni fight as well. Let's see how much of a difference special moves make in this battle. Let's just fight this, where I think we just go Ice Punch, one shot. Ice Punch should be another one shot. We're going Fire Blast here on the Kangaskhan and we missed. Are you kidding me? Here we're going Ice Punch on Kangaskhan. And we get the freeze, so nice. There we go. No problem, we win, we win. So both Savage and Prison Break beat Giovanni at about the same time, and they're both going to move on to Erica's gym. In this case, Alakazam is still a little bit ahead because it has beaten Rival 4 and all of the channelers inside of the Pokemon Tower, but Machamp did beat the other trainers inside of Erica's gym already, so it's going to take on Erica first. Let's find out if all that level grinding was enough. So yeah, let's see Erica here. Fire Blast. Oh, we're still too slow to outspeed the Victory Bell. We've got 50 speed. Oh, it's a speed tie. What is this? Oh, we're getting wrecked.
I'm resetting right there. We are in a speed tie with this Victory Bell. Let's just see. Can we actually get the range to outspeed here one time? Fire Blast finishes that one off. Ice Punch. Okay, fortunately we don't get too much, but we are poisoned here. Okay, Ice Punch there. Ice Punch. Okay, Pedal Dance. Fire Blast should end it as long as it actually hits. There we go. Okay, so here for Erica, I'm going to lead off with Body Slam. I kind of want the paralysis here. Hyper Beam should just finish that one off. Here we're going back to Body Slam for Tangela, of course. We kind of want paralysis here. Okay, we paralyze it. Here, Body Slam and the critical hit there. See if Dig will do anything. Oh man, we just don't get the range there. Let's try again. Let's try one more time. Maybe we can get a better range here. Body Slam, Sleep Powder missed. Fully paralyzed. Hyper Beam finishes that one off. Perfect. Body Slam. We get paralysis right away this time. Let's see if Hyper Beam has the range or not. It does. Cool. Body Slam. Body Slam. Body Slam. And now I think Hyper Beam has the range. Yes, perfect. So we take her down on the second attempt. Not too bad. 33 minutes. We've got 4 gym badges. This is kind of going fine. So both Pokemon now have 4 gym badges. Alakazam is just going to start making its way through the necessary parts of the game in order to get down to Fuchsia City so it can take on Koga next. But in the case of Savage, I started worrying a little bit that maybe I didn't have enough speed to outspeed that Kadabra. I mean, we weren't outspeeding purely on Erica's first Victory Bell, so that could still be a wall. I decided to go and fight the Fighting Dojo to get some extra experience, and I figured, what the hey, it's a great chance to find out if Machamp can show Hitmonchan how it's actually supposed to be done when you got elemental punches. Come on, Fire Blast. We did burn him, and we knocked that one out. Cool. We're up to level 38 now. And here, Thunder Punch finishes the job. Perfect. So we get a Hitmonlee. It can use Strength later. Here, let's go back now. Let's now try to fight against Rival 4. If this isn't really working, then we will go and fight some random, like, hikers and whatnot. Because Ice Punch will do enough to get through them, I think. So here, let's try. First things first, we now outspeed the Pidgeotto, so that's an easy one-hitter. Thunder Punch, easy one-hitter. Oh, did not mean to use Fire Punch there, but it still did decent damage. We're going Ice Punch the whole way on this Kadabra. 2-hit KO, nice. And Ice Punch, not quite a one-hitter. We could have just Fire Blasted and taken that one down, but yeah, we now win. That was not too bad. So I didn't know that the speed of the Kadabra and the speed of the Victory Bell are exactly the same. They're both 50 base speed. So it turns out that we're able to outspeed at this point, and that was a pretty easy fight. We can just mop up the rest of the Pokemon Tower with Machamp, but at the same time Alakazam is going to take its first shot at Koga. Can we dig fast enough with our spoons to escape the physical attacks of his team? Dude, this is stupid, but I'll take it. Here, I'm going to go Dig, obviously. This is like a 2-hit KO with Dig, though. We have to Dig here. He X attacks. He goes Minimize. Poison Gas missed. Okay. Here, Dig. We get a smoke screen on us, but we do manage to knock that one out. Dig. He X attacks, and he self-destructs while we're underground, so we immediately are able to beat Koga. That's the reason why Koga is so much easier in this version, though. Weezing is not fast, and if anything can dig. Right, this is a spot where Dig is better than Earthquake. Like, people always say, like, why wouldn't you just get Earthquake? Why would you have Dig? The reason in that specific case is because if you're up against an opponent who uses self-destruct, you know, keeping in mind that the game has bad AI, all you need them to do is to self-destruct while you're underground. So against the self-destruct hiker, against Koga in Pokemon Red and Blue, Dig is the superior play. So both challengers now took an attempt at Rival 5. It turns out neither of these Pokemon are getting through. Rival 5 is a hard wall, his team's just too tough. And now we have to decide how to route these Pokemon in order to get through the rest of the game. In the case of Alakazam, it makes sense to go down and fight Blaine. He starts off with a weaker Growlithe in Pokemon Red and Blue, and he just doesn't have the best AI, so we could probably get through that and get an extra gym badge. Machamp, on the other hand, is struggling even against the random Drowsies and Hypnos that are in Silph.Co, so I'm not sure it's going to have great luck trying to go down to Koga's gym just yet. So I decided to grind away in the Silph.Co building and try to get as many levels as I could. So Machamp is going to be getting completely savaged by the game for a while in this section. I think it's going to need a lot more levels before it can get through either Rival 5 or through Koga's gym. So in the meantime, let's see how Alakazam does against Blaine. Is he actually as easy as I think he's going to be, or could this be a tough battle? See if Prison Break can do this now. So here, Dig is not enough to one-hit KO even on the Growlithe. Okay. Now keep in mind, we could get critical hits and things like that. Here I think Body Slam just finishes that one off. Here, let's Body Slam first to paralyze. We get a critical hit on us. That was bad. Dig. We get Fire Spin. Okay, so first reset there. That was kind of bad luck to get that critical hit. Okay, Dig should just finish that one off. Dig here, critical hit, nice. I mean, if Dig crits, I think we just one-shot him with everything, right? Or we one-shot all of his Pokemon, so... Okay, we get a Roar, then we get a Fire Blast, okay. So here's where I'm thinking that it's time to start blackout grinding. So blackout grinding is whenever I just repeatedly fight the same trainer, and every time I lose I just black out and go back to the Pokemon Center, but I keep all of the experience I've gotten to that point. The reason you would blackout grind rather than just go and fight a bunch of extra trainers on the routes near here is because it's pretty clear if we just get a couple of critical hits, we probably win this fight. And since Alakazam has a really high critical hit chance, that's not such a pipe dream to get it to go. So it's faster to simply repeatedly fight Blaine here than to go fight other trainers. But this is giving time for Machamp to start to catch up, and as we're grinding away, Machamp is finally fighting against Koga. So he's different obviously here where he's leading off with Coughing. He uses Sludge to poison me with the first Pokemon. We burn this Muck. Okay, he disables Fire Blast, but that's okay because we were already out of PP anyway. We knock that one out. And we freeze the Wheezing. Get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked. After all the time that I spent trying to freeze him in the last fight in Pokemon Yellow, that's actually amazing. So Machamp progresses while Alakazam continues to struggle in the Blaine fight. It is gaining some extra levels here, so hopefully we'll get through soon, but it's really an open question how many attempts this is actually going to take. Just trying to get the paralysis so that we have a better chance of getting through. Okay. Your Dig right here is fine, cool. Body Slam, Dig here, nice. Body Slam gives us a Tail Whip, so that is a badge boost, another badge boost. Here I'm going all in on the Digs. He Embers, and there we go, we win. The fact that I had 2 badge boosts made me feel like I should just go all in on Dig, since I'm doing quite a bit more damage in that spot. So there we go, we have successfully beaten Blaine.
I decided this was a good time to go back and try Rival 5 with both of our challengers, but can they get through now?
Let's see if Hyper Beam has the range or not. It does. Cool. Okay. We do manage to knock that one out, but we are poisoned and under the effects of Leech Seed, so we get beaten there. Okay, at this point, I'm actually thinking it is probably best to go and fight some more trainers and just get more XP. So let's just do it. So first things first here, I'm going to Ice Punch here. Pidgeot is fast, is one thing that doesn't get talked about enough, but it is a very fast Pokemon. So here we're beating the Gyarados, that's fine. Here I think we'll get through the Growlithe just fine because it's not very strong, but now Alakazam is gonna just destroy us there because it only knows Psybeam and Confusion. It's only gonna use one of the two. So yeah, this is not a spot that's actually very forgiving to a Machamp.
So Rival 5's team is a major wall at this point, and it doesn't bode very well for either of these Pokemon as they go to the end of the game. The champion's just a better version of this fight, so we're gonna have to hope and pray that we get enough levels to actually make it consistent at the end. And while Alakazam is technically ahead right now, Machamp has this time to just go down and fight Blaine, and maybe it can get through that fight more easily, especially if he uses his super potions on full health. Pokemon Red and Blue Blaine is really trash, but it remains to be seen. So let's see if he can get through that fight faster than Alakazam manages to get back and beat Rival 5. Alright, so Blaine time. Blaney boy, let's go. I'm gonna Ice Punch on his dog. he super potions, and now he gets frozen. So it doesn't matter how many super potions he uses, he's just lost. Okay, we get a badge boost here in speed, so that's nice. We're still too slow here against Rapidash, though. And it's just using Fire Spin over and over again. No, come on. Okay, now he growls. So now we are faster. But he Fire Spins me again. Oh, and we leveled up here. And Ember is more than enough to knock us out at that point. Let's try round 2. Round 2, Blaine. Okay, we once again freeze his dog. We get stomped this time. He's using some super potions. I mean, Fire Spin itself isn't that bad, but the fact that he has more Pokemon is kind of bad. Growl at me. Oh, here we freeze the Rapidash. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Yes. He misses takedown. Now he hits takedown. Now we're out of PP for our moves. We do paralyze here, and we do knock him out. Okay, so we get the badge boost in special. So at this point, both of our challengers are completely tied. The same number of badges, and it's just a matter of which one beats Rival 5 first. Is it going to be Machamp, or is it going to be Alakazam? Well, let's find out. I mean, we're doing fine in this fight. We're getting to Charizard with reasonable consistency, I think. Reasonable enough to justify, you know, trying to just go for it. Okay, nice crit there. Here, let's do the Hyper Beam. Nice. Body Slam. Here, Hyper Beam is definitely the play. Hyper Beam missed. Dig. Okay, Body Slam here. He goes Rage this time. Body Slam. He gets paralyzed. And now Hyper Beam will finish the job. Okay. So finally at level 50, we did manage to get that one to go. Okay, so here we are against Giovanni. Let's see how this goes. Given that we're just a physical attacker here. Dig should be fine there. Perfect. Submission on Kangaskhan is a 2-hit KO. We're going Dig on the Rhyhorn. That's a 1-hitter. Dig here on the Nidoqueen is going to be a 2-hitter. Excuse me. All right, so we did beat Giovanni there. That was not terribly difficult. It's time to go take on Sabrina, and then we've only got Giovanni left. And at the time that Alakazam finished Silphco, Machamp was still fighting random trainers to get extra levels to still try to beat rival number 5. And it's not just rival number 5 who's kind of scary here, we also are going to have to take on Sabrina pretty soon, who has smart AI in Pokemon Red and Blue. In Pokemon Yellow, she just attacks randomly, so she's actually a lot easier to get through in that version. Here, we're really going to have to get the levels and be able to knock her Pokemon out. But that means that Alakazam is going to get a chance to extend its lead by just taking on the Sabrina fight and having a typing that stops her from using her strongest moves. Let's see if it actually works out though.
Okay, so here we go. Let's get to Sabrina. I'm gonna save the game right here. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so first things first, I think we just Hyper Beam here. Easy one-shot. Stick with the Hyper Beam here. Easy one-hitter. See what Hyper Beam does there. It's not quite a one-hit KO. This one's just gonna leech life on me. Here, I'll dig to knock that one out. Now Alakazam will only use Recover over and over again. Nice critical hit there, though. And we take Sabrina down just like that. Body Slam, more than enough for Sabrina at this level.
So this race is starting to look like Alakazam with physical only moves is gonna run away with it. Which is kind of funny, a lot of people suspected that this was a terrible moveset for a physical Alakazam. We're not using Seismic Toss, for example. It's completely unnecessary. Dig and Hyper Beam are amazing. But Machamp is finally gonna take on Rival 5 again. Let's see if it gets the job done.
That I think is just logical, not to use rare candies to the league. Here, Ice Punch, we do outspeed now. We just don't one-shot. Thunder Punch there is enough. Here we can just, once again, Ice Punch on the dog. We do get a badge boost, which allows us to we're in a speed tie. But we do win. Okay, Fire Blast? Oh, we got him. No, that was so close too.
So funny enough, Machamp's victory against Rival 5 means that he's going to be fighting Giovanni number 2 in Silph Co at the same time that our physical moves Alakazam is going to be fighting Giovanni in his gym. So which one of these will beat Giovanni first? I think it's pretty obvious. It's going to be the Giovanni in Silph Co, but let's find out.
Okay, so here, first things first, I'm going Dig on this one. Looks like a 2-hit KO. Nice. See if Hyper Beam just one-shots. It does. Here we can stick with Dig here. Not quite a one-hitter, but a 2-hitter. I'll go Body Slam followed by Dig here in that case. Oh, it's not enough. Come on. Dig here. Okay, he goes Fissure. That's fine. We get a Stomp. Oh my god, we were so close to getting through that. He just survived with a Sliver. That could certainly be a range on the Rhydon there. Let's try this again. So we're always taking down the Rhyhorn. Okay. Hyper Beam always one-shots there. Dig puts us in a nice 2-hit range there. Dig. Here we'll just Hyper Beam to finish that one off. Here, Dig. Critical hit. Stomp does so much damage though. Oh, and he fissures. There we go. We finally win. So we take down Giovanni, 1 hour and 6 minutes. We are not doing too bad. We're at level, what, 55 right now? Then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to start clearing this area out. So here, let's just do a couple Ice Punches, no problem. Here, how about a Fire Blast for you? Not quite a one-hitter, a 2-hit KO. Rhyhorn, easy one-hitter there. And against Nidoqueen, we've got the super effective Ice Punch. So easy, easy win. Okay.
So as expected, we completely savaged Giovanni inside of Silph Co. That was a joke, no difficulty whatsoever. Whereas in his gym, he was actually kind of hard for our physical moves, only Alakazam. We couldn't do enough damage with Dig. And what that means is that this gave just a little bit of time for Machamp to start to catch up. It's going to take on Sabrina while that fight against Giovanni for Alakazam was still going on. Maybe it can beat her before that fight finishes. Let's find out. Okay, so Sabrina time. Let's just see how this fight goes. Here she leads off with Kadabra, which we do not outspeed. And we're getting hit by Psybeam right away. And this one is not even a 2-hit KO. So I think we have found the answer, which is that we need more XP. Fortunately, I saved before beating Giovanni with Machamp just to see how Sabrina would go and keep all these Sylph co-trainers available in the event that she wasn't possible. It's easy level grinding at this point, so Machamp is going to grind more levels. Who knows how long it's going to take, and in the meantime, Alakazam is going to take on Rival 6 and maybe even make its way to the league. This is kind of ridiculous and not what I predicted at the start. Okay, so here let's just save so that we have our progress saved. Let's see how rival number 6 goes. Okay. I don't think we have the range yet to Hyper Beam, so here, Dig. It's going to be like a 2-hitter here. Execute. We paralyze it. See if Hyper Beam will finish it. It does not. Okay, we got poisoned. Here, Hyper Beam is not enough. No. Okay. Hyper Beam on the enemy. Alakazam also not enough. Okay, Hyper Beam. The next Hyper Beam does finish it off though. Body Slam, and we get slashed. Yeah, this fight is not looking good, guys. I am not super happy about this situation here. I think we need more levels, but we're not using rare candies till we get to the league. Same as with Machamp now. Okay, Whirlwind doesn't affect us, so we get through Pidgeot on full health. That's nice. Dig here. We get a Tail Whip, so that is a badge boost. Body Slam. He's fully paralyzed. There we go. Body Slam. Body Slam. Hyper Beam. Knocks that one out. Hyper Beam. Knocks that one out. Body Slam. He's paralyzed. Goes Flamethrower. But Hyper Beam. There we go. We finally finish it at level 59. So it actually took Alakazam 10 attempts to beat Rival 6, and that does not bode well for the end of the game, but we have gotten through, and now we can get ready to go to the league. I am going to go to the power plant and get the extra rare candy, things like that. So Machamp has a chance to fight Sabrina and Giovanni and see if it can catch up while we're in this section. And fight her. And first things first, we outspeed Kadabra. Ice Punch looks like a 2-hitter with that critical hit. Here, let's go Fire Blast. Okay, we get the 1-hitter there. We get the 1-hitter there. Now we get Psy-Waved. I think we need a freeze here. Psybeam, we do survive. He goes Reflect. Oh, we beat Sabrina. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna go some Ice Punches here, I think. Ice Punch, nice. Ice Punch, nice. Ice Punch is like a 2-hitter here, but Nidoking doesn't do anything. We outspeed Nidoking, we get poisoned, but Ice Punch does the job. Ice Punch looks like a 2-hitter on Rhydon, and we win. Easy win. Come on, Giovanni, you were supposed to be good. The so-called greatest trainer in the world. We are poisoned though, so he is killing your eyeballs. Killing our eyeballs. He's like, don't talk trash on Giovanni. I'll burn your eyeballs out with flashing lights. Here we are going to put the whole rest of the team, all the HM mules, into the PC so that we can now get over here to rival number 6, but we may be blackout grinding here. I'm not sure. Here, I'm going to save the game. Let's go. Rival number 6. So here, first things first, I'm going to Thunder Punch here.
I was hoping to paralyze it. Here, Ice Punch on Rhyhorn is perfectly fine. Gyarados, we can Thunder Punch. Nice. Here, Growlithe, Ice Punch. We freeze it. There we go. Now Alakazam, it goes Reflect, Ice Punch. Reflect again, Ice Punch. Now Psychic. Oh, this is scary. Yeah, see, we did not win that first fight. You know, so it really just comes down to win. Oh, we get the freeze on the Alakazam. Oh, and now Venusaur, Fire Blast. Not quite a one-hitter, and he Razor Leafs me down. Oh man, if he doesn't go Razor Leaf there, I win. Or if we get the freeze or the critical hit, I guess I win. So here, Ice Punch. We freeze Pidgeot. Ice Punch here, no problem. Thunder Punch here, no problem. We're up to level 60 now. Here, Agility is fine. Here he goes Reflect. We get the freeze again on Alakazam, so we get through that one. Here, I go Ice Punch just to, yeah, completely destroy Super Saiyajin Derp. So at an hour and 18 minutes, both of our challengers are on their way to the league, and if either one struggles at all, this could become very, very close. Now, before we get into the Lorelei fight for Alakazam, I just want to give a big thank you to Super Saiyajin Derp, the channel member who requested this run. If you'd like to request your own runs, check out the channel membership down below. With that, let's get to Lorelei. So here, let's save the game, and let's try our hand against Lorelei. Maybe doing a lot of blackout grinding here, I'm not sure. Submission does decent damage here. She's never going to want to use whatchamacall against us, Rest, because we're Psychic type, and she has Smart AI that says, don't rest against a Psychic type. Okay, we get beaten there by the Cloyster. We only beat the Dugong that time. So unlike the last one, this might be a spot where we end up wanting to rare candy here on Lorelei, especially as it starts getting closer to the time, because we're gonna have to at least try to make this competitive here at the end. Okay, that's a 3-hitter now. Nice crit there. It's 2 crits there. Okay, we paralyze this one. Goes Withdraw. We really want critical hits. Come on. Come on, crit. Crit, damn you, crit. There's the critical hit I was looking for. Dig here. Okay, we at least got through the first 3 Pokemon. We really don't like having our attack dropped so much. So Alakazam hits a wall on Lorelei due to the high defense and HP of her Pokemon. And what this means is that Machamp has now reached the league and is able to take its first attempt at Lorelei. Let's see how the special moves go here. Let's just go ahead and save for once right here. An hour and 22 minutes getting to the league. And let's see if we can beat Lorelei without using rare candies. Okay, here, Thunder Punch. This one's only going to use Rest against us because Smart AI. So we easily win that one. Okay, we paralyze this one. Now, this Slowbro's only going to use Amnesia against us, which is kind of trolly because it means that we're going to not be able to do as much damage. But here, Fire Blast. We'll follow with a Fire Punch, no problem. Here, Lapras. Thunder Punch. We get paralysis on it. It paralyzed me, though. He misses. Oh, we get through on the first attempt against Lorelei. Get wrecked. So Machamp takes its first lead since the middle game, and now it's on to Bruno. Alright, so Bruno time. First things first, I'm going to go Ice Punch on this one. I'll go Fire Blast here, I think. Oh, we're just missing all the Fire Blasts. Here. Fire Blast on Hitmonlee is not quite strong enough to one-hit. Here, Ice Punch is the play there, obviously. Now I'm just going to Ice Punch on his Machamp. Submission did decent damage, but we take him down. Okay, we get to level 62 here. We're at a much lower level than we were in the last one.
And with Alakazam continuing to struggle against Lorelei, Machamp can now make its way to the Agatha fight. Now this could be an absolute wall for this Pokemon. We're just gonna have to see if we get luck with freezes or anything to get through.
Hi, Agatha. So here, there are some spots where I think that going for, like, Ice Punch is the play. Here, Haze, okay. We're getting Hypnosis a lot, though. Dream Eater destroys us. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the rest of the team get knocked out. So we're going to put all of these HM Pokemon into the PC. We're only going to use Savage here. Here, let's save the game and let's just keep grinding against Lorelei and Bruno until we can finally get through Agatha.
So Alakazam and Machamp have both hit a wall at this point. Machamp can consistently beat Lorelei and Bruno, but is always getting beaten by Agatha. Her moveset is just way too trolly, and when she does get you asleep and starts using Dream Eater, you're dead. In the case of Alakazam, on the other hand, it barely gets through the first 3 Pokemon on Lorelei's team. And I grinded this over and over and over again, just trying to get as much XP as I could. And while I did do a test run of Machamp in Pokemon Yellow, so I have some idea of what level it needs to get to, in the case of Alakazam, this is my first attempt, completely unoptimized. And I'm sitting on my rare candies because I don't know what kinds of challenges are coming after this. With that being said, if one of these battles starts to look kind of close, I may start slamming rare candies in order to try to get through, because this is a race after all. But you don't want to use rare candies too early. Using them quickly just means that you're going to have even more experience to grind to get to higher levels. But ultimately, I did decide to use the rare candies for Alakazam in order to get through Lorelei, and the rare candies on Machamp to get through Agatha. But which one beats the champion first? For the sake of time, I'll show you each challenger's final run against the league. Starting with Machamp, since he's technically in the lead getting to Agatha, let's see how fast he can beat the game. You know, it's just clear that for the first 2 members, we really don't need anything else. We're perfectly fine here, just as we are. Oh, we even outspeed Jinx now. This is stupid. We just need to actually hit Thunder Punch, crit. We're getting through that easily now. Okay. Okay, here, Ice Punch. Let's go for a Fire Punch here. Ooh, we get the range. Get the range there. Ooh, we're getting very close to just dominating this team completely. Fissure can't affect us, obviously, because we're a higher level and we outspeed anyway. Here, let's do a little test. Let's just see if I drop all the rare candies right here, how do we go? Right, because we're going to get up to level 88. With these. So here we go, Agatha time. Let's just see how she goes. Here, Fire Blast. We are outspeeding, so that's an easy 2-hitter. Ice Punch, nice. Ice Punch and Ice Punch, okay. Here, Fire Blast on Arbok, cool. Fire Blast here. She Nightshades, but Fire Blast finishes the job. So yeah, level 88, we can clearly get through that. That doesn't look too inconsistent either. Let's see Elixir right here. Let's use a max potion very quickly. Let's save the game.
let's get into this fight. Now, this should pretty much be a free fight at this point because Thunder Punch is going to one-shot there. The Dragonairs won't attack us anyway, so we can just, you know, Ice Punch there. Aerodactyl doesn't use flying type moves in this version, so Ice Punch will just take that down. And then we've got 4 times super effective Ice Punch there. So easy win. Here, let's heal up. Let's also max Elixir here. Let's see if we can beat the champion or not. Okay, so champion leads off with Pidgeot. Ice Punch is not a one-hit KO here. Okay, so that's the first, like, bad sign. We're still outsped by Alakazam. It is a 2-hit KO. Here, Ice Punch on the Rhydon. Here, Thunder Punch on the Gyarados. Here, Ice Punch, Ice Punch, Ice Punch. So that's fine. Venusaur, Ice Punch, and Ice Punch. So it turns out we got a very good range there on the champion's Alakazam for it to not even attack us. I'm kind of interested now just to see, right? So here, let's reset very quickly because I'm just interested in this. If we get hit by the Alakazam, what does this actually look like here? So here, well, Ice Punch still there. Still a 2-hit KO here. Okay. Here, Ice Punch. He goes Reflect. Psybeam does pretty huge amounts of damage. And yeah, we got taken down pretty low here. We can still Thunder Punch and guarantee a one-shot there. Here, Ice Punch, Ice Punch, Ice Punch. So we still get through, but it's really close. We can see, like, if we get a worse range there. Sorry, I'm going to do this just a couple times just for testing. We already saw that we won at about a minute or an hour 44, but right. So we can get the range to one-shot there, but we're outsped. We get Psybeamed, and Psychicked, and we can actually lose there. If he doesn't use a Reflect, we can actually lose there on the Alakazam. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to check. Is this perfectly consistent at this level? No, it is not. We can actually still lose against the Alakazam here at this point. So here I'm just going to beat him one more time just so that we can finish. I don't know that that's a super likely scenario for him to go 3 in a row. Here he reflects turn 1. We get the freeze. So here we've obviously already won this fight, I think. Gyarados, Thunder Punch is going to be a one-hitter. Arcanine can't really do anything. Yeah. And here on the Venusaur, Fire Blast is a one-hit KO. So yeah, we can easily win at this level, but it's not a guaranteed win. The Alakazam can still beat us at level 89 or level 88 at that point. So that's just incredibly interesting to me personally, that even at level 88, this Machamp is not completely consistent against the champion.
So officially, Machamp beat the game at 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 48 seconds. We've got a lot of work to do with this Alakazam if we're going to have any shot of beating it. Now, we have already used the rare candies to get all the way up to level 80 here, trying to beat Lorelei. We can see that it's still not consistent. We're still possibly getting knocked out in this fight, but it does feel like it's getting close. And if we can manage to get the luck, we may be able to match that time. But we've only got about 7.5 minutes of real time to beat all 4 Elite Four members and the champion if we're going to take this one down.
We're getting close. We're getting so close. Okay, so we get that one down without any attack drop that time. Okay, critical hit knocked that one down. Okay. We get 1 growl here. 2 growls. Come on. Okay, there's the crit. Hyper Beam here is not quite enough to one-hit. Body Slam finishes it off though. Body Slam here gets the crit. Submission. She super potions. She super potions again. Oh, we had it all the way down to a little red sliver. Oh man. This is so close. Come on. So terribly close. Okay. Okay, so Hyper Beam finished that one off. Okay, withdraws, that's fine. Hyper Beam here is not quite a one-hitter. Come on. Okay, Hyper Beam or Body Slam. And let's go Submission. There we go. We finally get through Lorelei. Oh god. Oh god. I think we have to save. I think we're just kind of all in at this point if we're gonna have any shot whatsoever. Here, I think we PP up. Let's PP up Dig, because this is going to be incredibly important. I'm going to PP up. Yeah, I think that's the best we can do. Okay, let's get into the Bruno fight. Here, obviously, Dig is the play here. He goes Harden, that's fine. X Defend, that's fine. I'm just going to try to Body Slam on the Hitmons. Okay, they're easy to take down here. He X Defends there. Dig. We'll just finish that one off. Body Slam here. Gets the crit. Let's try Hyper Beam. There we go. Okay, so we beat Bruno there. Let's save the game. Let's recover our PP. Let's full restore. Let's fight Agatha. Let's see. Can we do this? Here, we're going Dig. Nice. Body Slam here. We're going Dig right here. Like, this is probably our easiest fight here. Dig. And then Dig right here for the Gengar. Okay. Okay, so we've made it to Lance. Now, obviously, we need a full restore. We need all the PP that we can get. Here, let's save. Let's get into the fight. Let's just see. Can we get this to go? So, Body Slam here. Okay, this is a 3-hitter. Body Slam there. Not quite a 1-hitter, but we do knock that one out. We take that one down. Submission is neutrally effective here against Aerodactyl. Body Slam. We get the Paralysis. Hyper Beam does the job. Okay, we have made it to the champion at 1 hour and 40 minutes and about 30 seconds. If we can take him down quickly, we might just win this one with Alakazam. This would be stupid. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking when I already know what I need. Body Slam. Oh no, he mirror moves me. And he goes Hyper Beam. No. Okay, we take that one down though. Hyper Beam here. 1-shots. We're going Dig here. This is like a 2-hit KO. We get a badge boost there. Body Slam here. See if Hyper Beam will finish it. It does not. Okay. So 1 reset there. Oh, this could come down to the wire. My god. Okay. Body Slam, critical hit. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted to see. Hyper Beam here, 1-shots. We're gonna go Dig again here. Looks like a 2-hit KO. We get a badge boost there. Body Slam, Body Slam, Body Slam. Body Slam on Gyarados. Goes Hyper Beam and we get wrecked. Okay. We just have to reset there. We have no choice but to reset in that exact spot. Body Slam. Hyper Beam? Okay, it does take it down. Hyper Beam here on Alakazam. Dig. Okay, and Dig. We get the range to get a 2-hitter there. We're going Body Slam here. Hyper Beam. Okay. Body Slam here gets the critical hit. Hyper Beam, come on. There we go. We've got the Charizard. It goes Slash. I'm out of Hyper Beams. Oh, and he slashes me twice. Otherwise, I think we would have won there. Oh, God. This is so close. Oh, no. Okay, Body Slam here. We get the critical hit. Hyper Beam hits. Okay. Okay. Body Slam, critical hit. Hyper Beam. Okay. Body Slam. Hyper Beam. Oh, it's not enough. We missed the range. It's not enough there. Oh, this is stupid. Okay. Body Slam. Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam. Okay. Dig. Crit there. Okay. Body Slam. Body Slam. Hyper Beam to finish it off. Body Slam. Into Hyper Beam. We get the range. Cool. Body Slam. He uses Rage. Oh, an hour 43:36. I don't know if we won or not. An hour 43:37. Oh, this is tight. Oh, this is super tight. Oh my God, level 83. Wait just a second. I have to look at this.
So in fact, our prison-breaking Alakazam beat Savage by 1 minute and 11 seconds, with a difference in game time of exactly 1 minute. This was tight as there could ever possibly be. These two Pokemon are so incredibly close, in spite of the fact that they're both using terrible movesets. And it really goes to show that a strong Pokemon can get through the game even if it's using the completely wrong moves. But it's not going to be as good as it normally would have been. Now, one final takeaway is this. Neither of these Pokemon perform anywhere near how they normally would perform if you just used good moves for them. In the case of an Alakazam, it can beat Pokemon Red and Blue on minimum battles without a single TM. Even if you give it 0 DVs or 0 IVs, it completely crushes the game. Machamp, on the other hand, isn't going to be that great. You're going to have to use some broken moves if you want to beat the game on minimum battles, but it is possible. And this Pokemon wouldn't need to get anywhere near level 80 to beat the game on a normal setup. So both of these Pokemon got nerfed pretty badly, but it was a heck of a lot of fun to see how it worked out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next video. Later.